Good morning. Good morning. Sorry you guys have to listen to me sing all the time. It's torture, right? Oh, hello, Kimmy. Hey, beautiful crazy. Hey, decampers, what's up? There was a rumor I was going to show, but it's me. I'm here.
Hi, Nick.
Good morning.
So I guess audio test. Can you guys hear us okay?
Okay, what I mean by energy drink is like almost every morning I drink the V8 energy. Let's see. It's a leading energy drink has 80 milligrams. This has 80 milligrams of caffeine. Coffee has 90 milligrams of caffeine. And this got all like the natural energy in it, okay? I'm talking about how much sugar does it have? 10 grams and 0 added grams of sugar because all the sugar comes from the natural, the carrot juice, the fruit juice, pomegranates, all that. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yep, audio check. I hope everyone can hear okay. Let us know. If not, I see some green dots on the thing, so.
Monster no sugar for me.
Yeah.
Gets me going to drive the semi. Yeah, we
Come
can
on,
hear.
man.
Okay, cool.
Just do it in the old school way. That's why I said powder. Just powder your nose and you're good to go.
Oh gosh, how are you guys doing this morning? Everybody waking up okay? We were not planning on doing a live stream this early, but we did a vote and everybody said they wanted to do Sunday morning. So here we are, half awake, ready to chat.
Yeah. Nice lazy Sunday. It's usually our lazy day. We try to do errands Saturday. And then usually if I have, since it's holiday weekend, if I work Monday, I kind of like to just veg out on Sundays.
Yeah. But luckily you don't have to work tomorrow. Woo!
Yeah. But hope everyone's having a good Labor Day weekend. What is Labor Day about anyways? I think it's about like, I don't know.
I don't actually know.
Giving a day for the peasants,
I don't actually know. I was curious myself, like, where did Labor Day originate? What's it about? Labor Day mean? I guess we can look online, right?
Google.
Labor Day pays tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers and is traditionally observed on the first Monday in September. It was created by the labor movement in the late 19th century and became a federal holiday in 1894. The more you know.
So, since everyone's all anti-union now, are they going to take away Labor Day?
They better not take away Labor Day. It's the only day we got. Nick says lost signal in OKC. Just stopped a trailer half away too. Headed home in a few. Are y'all into any shows right now? Netflix, etc. It's about not laboring. Netflix and chilling.
We just watched The Stand on Paramount Plus, CBS.
Yeah,
It's
Stephen
King. It was decent until the very last episode. It was like, why? Why'd you guys even do that episode? That was just a waste. Like, they could have ended it just fine, but
yeah, I felt like the beginning was good and then the middle got kind of weird, but you were still okay, and then the end was just like, what are we watching? Yeah. Like, why? Damn, swipe text typos in a bouncing semi.
That explains it.
Oh, that's funny.
But, yeah, The Stand was okay.
It was okay.
We haven't been watching a lot of shows lately, to be honest. Like, I'm a big TV person. I like watching shows a lot, but I don't know, these last couple of months, I don't feel like maybe I've watched everything I want to watch. But we did watch Picard.
We watched Picard, and that was
really good.
Really good. Can't wait for the next season of that to come out.
Yeah.
Well, we watched a movie last night, The Reminiscence.
Oh yeah, The Reminiscence, or the new one with
Hugh Jackman.
On HBO.
That was really good. Bittersweet.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. Yeah.
Definitely in the film noir vibe.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. Like,
it wasn't really good, but it was good.
Yeah, it would be like a 3.5 out of 5 stars probably. But
yeah.
like,
Nick and David said they've been watching 227. I haven't heard of that. What is that on Netflix? And give us like just a light premise of the show.
yeah, I don't know what that is.
Good morning, Sherry. How are you doing? We're just waking up. Oh, goodness gracious.
Old sitcom from the 80s.
Oh, okay. We might be into that. That actually sounds...
We watched some, what was it? The detective guy. What's his name?
Oh, you're talking about Columbo.
Columbo.
I'm all about some Columbo.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of cheesy, but also you just really get into it. You're like, okay, this is cool.
It's so formulaic. Like, like within the first 2 minutes, you already know who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just like, I guess the fun of it is more the adventure and how Columbo figures it out.
Yeah.
Like, because, I mean, as a viewer, you're like, yeah, it's this guy. Like, but it's how Columbo pieces it together and does his usual reveal at the end. And it's like, oh, by the way, you know?
Right. And I like about Columbo that there's not a lot of gore involved. It's like they hint to what's happening, but they don't have to show you a bunch of gore. And it's kind of cool. Like, you could watch it with younger viewers, and I think it would be okay, because I watched Columbo when I was a kid.
Honestly, like, stuff like that makes me kind of realize how, like, lazy modern shows and film have gotten.
Right.
With, like, just gratuitous violence and gore. In a lot of ways, like, our brains are so much better, especially from, like, a writer's perspective, our brains are so much better at filling in the blanks, you know, than we can show on TV.
Did the hurricane singe y'all any weather? Not really, honestly. Like, we got a little bit of rain, but I think we always kind of get a little bit of rain down here.
We didn't get anything from the hurricane. Like, not that I know of. I mean, we usually get some rain in the evenings anyways. So if it was hurricane related at the time, I don't know, but nothing. We haven't really had any big storms or anything down here. And kind of disappointing, because we're like, well, we're going to be here for at least a year, so it'd be kind of fun and a maybe scary kind of way to have at least some kind of a hurricane.
I feel like you have to experience a hurricane while you're down here. Obviously, don't want anybody to get hurt, don't want anybody's property to get damaged, but it's just something you want to kind of experience, because we've experienced so many tornadoes and thunderstorms and
I would settle for just
storms.
A tropical storm.
Yeah, tropical storms.
Don't necessarily want a hurricane, but a tropical storm.
It only rains down here for like 10 minutes, and then it's nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, Kimmy, thanks for hopping on. He says,
honestly,
Columbo is tight. Yeah.
I am kind of miss the Oklahoma, like, spring tornado season, like a good thunderstorm. Like, we get thunder down here, but
it's not the same.
It's pretty sparse, and I think a lot of it's to do with its ocean, and it's really flat here, so the sound rolls through different, so you don't get a lot of, like, echo and, like, that rumble.
You don't get those loud
stuff.
booms.
Yeah.
Like, I think we got one medium-sized boom, but it's different. You know, us Oklahomans, we like to stand out and watch the tornadoes come in and sit on the porch and, you know,
drink
record it. And, you know, it's like part of our culture. We don't have that here. I'm excited to go back to Oklahoma for a bit, just for a good old storm.
Yeah.
Well, y'all just need to come here. Luke, what's the coolest car you've seen lately?
Coolest car I've seen lately.
And
that's hard, because I'm just not.
What are some of the cars you've seen lately?
Yeah, I did see a Porsche GT3 the other day when we were in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if you remember, it was a red Porsche next to you.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it was really sharp. Trying to think.
What about stuff that you've been working on at work? Maybe that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Because you see them every day, so they're not as exciting to you. So just tell us what you've been working on. Because he's just like, oh, I've seen it all.
We finished up Austin Martin DB6, and we're starting a DB4 right now.
There's a Volkswagen van in there.
2 now.
Two?
There's a Brazilian split window and a 76 bus there now.
Cool. Yeah.
The 76 looks like it's in good shape. The Brazilian has been mutilated.
Oh, gosh.
It's really not worth saving.
Just people working on it themselves that don't know what they're doing, or is it just like old?
Somebody, like, it looks like the whole bottom 12 inch of the car rotted away, and somebody transplanted the top half to a very poorly repaired bottom half, and it's
that's cool.
And the guy wants to put like a flat 6 Porsche motor in it with a flappy paddle transmission, and like talking 300 plus horsepower and a thing that's like barely held together.
Oh gosh.
But to each their own. Pays my bills.
Nick and David said, Luke is like, they're no big deal, just everyday stuff for me. About to get back into my bus. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We probably talked about this before, Nick. Just being a car guy, like the coolest stuff to me is the stuff you never really do see anymore. Like that's one thing that got me into the Volkswagen scene. You know, I mean, but even then, you get to start seeing them more. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I see less Mark I Rabbits than I do air-cooled Beetles. So
right.
Mark I Rabbits still get me excited, you know.
Right.
But
and you were talking about us coming back. I think we are going to come back and visit in February or March after our lease is up. We'll probably come back for a little bit and visit. So hopefully you guys are there and we can hang out for a bit. Truth, all that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to making a trip home and seeing friends and seeing family, of course, you know, but
yeah,
it's been hard here in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its upsides, but, you know, pandemic plus not having a social circle here. I'm not the kind that builds my social circle off the people I work with either, because I see them almost more per day than I see my wife, and I don't want to see them anymore. You know, like, I mean, 8 hours a day is enough, but I know it's a combination of, and we're not in the club and bar scene anymore. Yeah,
so it's just like, what do you do down here? Hey, Biscuit, thanks for hopping on. Nick and David said, you'll know it's going to be cold then, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, that's D'Artagnan?
Is that D'Artagnan?
Oh my God! Hi, D'Artagnan! Wait, all our friends are here. We miss you guys so much. Nick and David are here. D'Artagnan's here. Dude, y'all got me so stoked today. What? Yay. Stop. Making me like so happy. Wow, I miss all you guys so much. Okay, yes, Nick, we know it's going to be cold, but we're looking forward to that. We want fall so bad right now. I still have
all my long sleeves and you know what? I miss pants. Like, I'm desperate. Like, sometimes this is nice.
Sometimes he will just wear pants. He like it's like defiance. He wakes up in the morning. He's like, I'm wearing pants today. I'm like, you do it, babe. It's super hot, but you know he wants to. Yeah.
Oh, D'Artagnan saying that should have been in the poll. I have a tendency to push things a little towards the adult side, but for YouTube monetization and all that junk.
Yeah, we have to be kind of careful what we say. You know, censors.
Apparently, you can't see the C word.
Don't say the C word, babe. Yeah. Don't even do that because they'll kick us off. I don't know why, but they're afraid people are going to give out false information. Nick and David said, let us know and we'll make sure to hang. David and I are the same, very small circle. Can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah. We miss you guys a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, D'Artagnan, we've always missed you. Like, I think that's one thing about the friends that we miss the most are the ones that we never really saw that much to begin with, but it's because you guys were adults and you had stuff going on and it made sense, you know? Like, so the moments we could hang out were much more valuable than like just every weekend at the bar, you know?
Right. So. I prefer the friends that have stuff going on in their lives. And then when we see them, it's like, oh my gosh, hey guys, what are you doing? You have stuff to talk about. Nick says, my channel, I say whatever. You're
Well,
bad boy. I've been working hard trying
Yeah.
to curate. Oh, any new vinyl? Nick and David says, have we bought anything new since we've been here? I think we might have bought one more, like, no? Did we buy another Tool album? I don't know.
No, I think
Not sure.
I don't. We got no. Did we get all? We got all J back in Tulsa too.
Yeah, I guess we haven't bought any new vinyl since we've been out here. That's
No,
crazy.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But you know what we did buy was a new record player. We got a Audio Technica over there. It's just like a little one.
Yeah, like the entry level Audio Technica.
Yeah.
It's basically the exact same as my old Mitsubishi one.
Yeah, it's just smaller. You know, we're trying to downsize everything.
Yeah, downsize. So I'll be getting rid of the old Mitsubishi 4-piece cabinet and stuff, which I love it, but it's honestly like the inputs are a little spotty, and sometimes you'll be chilling and all of a sudden I'll go bzzz, really loud,
and you're like, oh god,
you,
it just kind of messes up the vibe, you know. But let's see. Hey, Technical Bippin, what's up? Thanks for hopping on. What about you guys? Have you guys got any new vinyl lately? D'Artagnan says, I owe you guys a visit just the same. Yeah, where have you been? We've been like up here like, where's D'Artagnan? When's he gonna get here? Hey, you can come anytime.
Anytime, like
we have a blow-up mattress. We have an extra room. So come right now. Where are you at? Like, we're here.
My dad came down in 4th of July weekend. So that's the only visitor we've had in the 6 months we've been down here. So
we've just been trying to be safe, you know?
We'd love to have some visitors. That'd be cool. Like, that would be pretty cool.
It'd be cooler if you're vaccinated and you visit too. Just throwing that out there. Nick and David said, you guys need some kind of vinyl that's very Florida, like Golden Girls soundtrack. Laugh my ass off. That's the player I have. White Bluetooth, love it. Oh, okay. Ours is the black one with Bluetooth. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it sounds, it works well. It's lightweight. Like, I'm into it.
I like that it uses the standard Audio Technica cartridges, so you can actually upgrade your cartridge and stuff. So, like right now, I have the white one that came factory with it. I was using red in my Mitsubishi, so I think when I replace that, I'm going to upgrade to, you know, see if it makes a difference. It might not even make a difference. But
D'Artagnan said, I had the funniest thing happen to me. I had like 71 hours vacay, got sick on my birthday, and used 64 hours. Oh, that sucks so bad, dude.
D'Artagnan. Was it the C word?
Yeah, he said it was.
Yeah. Damn, D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan, did you get the jab yet? Please tell us you got the jab. We got the jab way early. It's funny because the same thing happened to me years ago. Oh, really?
Got sick on your birthday.
That sucks.
Damn, dude. D'Artagnan, you're one of the best people in the world, but you have some very, very poor luck.
Aww. Yeah, D'Artagnan is so cool. That's okay. Yeah, I got my jabs way early. Okay, good deal. Good deal. So do we. We'll get down here then. What's your excuse? You have no excuse. Why are you not in Florida? We have a pool downstairs and we have a hot tub. Just saying, we could be hanging out in the hot tub, you know, chilling. You could be up here petting the kitty cats. Nick and David says, well, we love y'all. Can't wait to see you guys. We have to get back on the road. Hello and goodbye, everyone. Hugs. We'll give each other a hug for you guys.
Hey.
This is y'all's hug from us.
See you guys.
Miss
Thank
you guys.
for
Love you.
in.
Yep.
Oh, I miss them.
Me too. They're good people. They are. D'Artagnan says, yeah, when I worked at Honda, I had just got my first vacation time and I had it for 2 days. I got sick and spent my birthday week on the couch. That sucks.
See, the trick is don't ever get vacation time like me. And then you'll never get sick. Apparently, you'll never get sick enough to need it.
Your body just says, no, we cannot afford this.
I don't know. After all this last year and a half of crap, like now, like if I even feel like I'm halfway, like I'm not gonna do it. Like for one, I'm not gonna risk other people, and I'm not risking myself for a job anymore. Screw that. You know?
Yep. Secret vacation time. Oh, let's take a look at the poll real fast and see what people have said.
I might get a refill real quick.
Okay. So I did a little poll. It says, what do you drink in the morning? 14% said coffee, 14% energy drinks, 57% said water, and 14% said pop and soda. We'll leave it up for a little bit and see if some more people vote. Oh, on to lighter news. I don't know what we're going to do today yet. I don't know what we're going to do today yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just go sit in the hot tub for a little bit. Maybe we'll watch a little bit of Big Brother because I have a few episodes to catch up on. I'll probably do some editing today. Oh my gosh. Let me show you guys a game that we got a while ago.
Ooh, D'Artagnan, you'll like this.
Okay,
You'll like this one.
Luke had mentioned to me about this game, Millborns. And, you know, if Luke mentions anything, I'm like, oh, I have to get it. So I found it on Amazon. It's Millborns, the classic racing game. And I'll let Luke tell you about it in a minute because he's the one that knows more about it. But we played it last 2 nights ago, and it was so fun. So fun.
Yeah, it's, again, for car guys, it's really cool. So one of the first computers I ever had in my home, I was born in like the mid 80s, we'll say. But my parents weren't really up to the time. So someone had given us an old Mac desktop, like, you know,
the super old
almost
school.
original Mac, you know, like black and white screen. And it had a game on it called Millborns. And it was like a racing game, basically, where the goal is you race against anywhere from 2 to 4 players, and the goal is to go 1,000 miles, or in this case, kilometers, before your opponent. And you have to play, you draw 1 card at the end of your turn, and you can play 1 card during your turn. And it can be like a hazard card against your opponent, where you can give them like a flat tire, or have them be in an accident, or set a speed limit.
Yeah. You have safety cards where you can like keep yourself from getting certain things happen to you. Like, oh, you want like, I don't know, really awesome tires, or they're puncture proof basically, where you can't get a flat, you know,
right. And, you know, and then you can, instead of playing stuff against your opponent, you can play miles, like 25, 50, 100, and 200 miles. And it's really fun, especially if you kind of like role play it a little bit.
It's so
you know?
fun.
Like, I mean, it's actually a really fun, like, I would say just casual, easy playing card game that, like, once you do 1 or 2 turns, it's like, oh, okay, that's easy.
Yeah, it took no time at all to learn. And he beat me twice the other night. I thought for sure I had him on the second one because he was still at home in his garage working on his car, and I was already racing.
Yeah.
No, he caught up to me. I was like, you ought to be kidding me.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know, you were what, almost halfway? Like, I think you were pushing 400 miles.
And he caught up. I'm like, how is that even humanly possible?
Finally, I've like, well, you know, because I was sitting there like unable to go for so long, I was able to stack up some high mile cards.
Yeah.
And then I finally got you out of gas.
Yeah. He knocked my gas tank out, and
I finally was able to go.
Then I was stuck.
And so it was just like laid down the miles after that. So that's pretty fun. I guess
it's really fun.
I think it originates from like Belgium. It's a European, but it's really fun game. It's worth the $10 or $15 if you ever find it. I've never been able to find it local retail wise. She had to get it online. Yeah,
it says it's a game published in France, actually, but made in China.
Yeah,
D'Artagnan says, sounds like a fun card game. I'm not into card games, but this is a great idea to get me suckered in. Well, you would enjoy this. It's really fun.
Good. I mean, it's, you know, like it might not be something you want to play every weekend, but it's a good group game, especially for car guys. I've thought about maybe taking it to work, but I don't want to play with people at
work. We got another game yesterday because we had so much fun with that one. So we were just like, oh, let's grab another one to keep us occupied, you know? He's like, just ordered it. So this one's called The Mind, and we haven't played it yet. We just got it. But it says it's 2 to 4 players, and then on the back it says the mind. Let's become one. No, you're good.
I feel like that asshole at the theater.
He's like, it says, eyes locked, cards in hand. Are you and your friends ready to become one mind? The mind is the ingenious, addictive, and ridiculously fun game that everyone's buzzing about. How do you know what's in someone's hands without speaking? How do you make the right decision when the game is on the line? The answers lie in this little box, but beware. Once you enter the mind, you will not be able to think about anything else. And while the rules are very simple, surviving every level is anything but. And I have no idea really what it's about, but yeah, it sounded fun.
Yeah, we'll
so
try it out.
tell us how you really feel about the folks at work. No, you don't want to. No, I actually there are some really cool people there though.
I mean,
It's just being around people all the time, right?
well, it's not a bad job. It really isn't. Like, I think I'm just done with it. You know, like I'm gonna retire soon.
This game's getting your anxiety up. Look into your mind, D'Artagnan. Tell me what you're thinking. The mind.
But it's got a cute little bunny rabbit doodle on it. See, that's not anxiety inducing. Unless you maybe do him like this and he's floating through space with no destination.
We'll have to let you know how that goes. Why is it so hot in here? Oh, because we're in Florida.
I'm turning the fan on, maybe.
Maybe turn on like 1 or something. Yep. I'll be right back. I'll let you guys watch Leigh eat and drink coffee for a minute. 13 says, it's a trap. Don't play the game. It's a trap. I don't know what it is. It sounds fun though.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. So one thing I miss is like playing D&D. Like we got really into D&D. C word happened. But you know, we couldn't have D&D game sessions anymore, so that kind of messed all that up for us. It's been like a year and a half and missed that, and now we don't really have a social group, which we figured D&D might be a good way to start a social group again here, but still pandemic. And playing online, it's gotten better, but it's still not the same, you know. Yeah, I remember you telling me that you grew up down here. Your mom still lives down here, right, D'Artagnan? I think it's your mom. You miss the humidity. Like, I don't mind it for the most part until it gets like above 90 degrees.
Did he just say he misses the humidity?
He's from the south. I mean, you know,
Dude,
it's just like we miss the thunderstorms in Oklahoma. Most people would freak out. You know?
I cannot deal with the humidity. It's too hot down here. Nope, it's a Zoom meeting. She just moved to Atlanta like 2 years ago. Oh, okay. I think I remember him saying something like that.
One of the first things we bought when we got here was a dehumidifier because we thought it might be an issue. I had the thing plugged in for 6 months and it hasn't really turned on like but once.
Yeah.
When we first got it.
I think the air conditioner and everything keeps it pretty cool in here.
It does all right. Yeah.
You guys can't see, but there's a cat blocking the screen.
I get some tail. He's fine.
D&D at computer equals Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, we tried it on the computer. It wasn't the same.
It was like the Zoom meeting, like very tedious, frustrating, and annoying because no one knows when to talk. But in a room setting, most people can read social cues, and but in a Zoom meeting, it's no good.
Sai's mad that I picked her up. She's like, "Don't touch me! Don't touch me, human!" Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's just I hope everyone else is doing mentally well during this. It's.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
If that cat does knock over the camera, they're doing their job.
She'd
Well,
have to knock the whole computer over.
This camera's on top of the computer, so it's harder for her to get to.
I don't know. I'm glad we made this change and adventure, and if it wasn't for certain real world factors, maybe it'd be different here, and we would be enjoying ourselves a bit more. And I can't say that we're like absolutely
We're not
miserable,
miserable or anything.
You know?
It's just that we're in limbo.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do.
Like we've been in purgatory, and it's just kind of exhausting, you know.
Yeah. A challenge for the cat.
Yeah. I wish there was more to talk about, but it's just so basic here, you know. I go to work, you stay home, do your YouTube, come home, take a shower, eat dinner. We've done HelloFresh. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, 13 said it's good you guys have each other. Yeah, if we didn't, we'd probably like go crazy down here.
Yeah.
And I think that if we wouldn't have moved, we would have always thought about it. We would have been like, what would it have been like? And I don't like wondering what it would have been like. Oh, you're getting more car questions.
Yeah, I think the coolest one is this old Citroen. Let me see if I can find it. Ugly old French cars. I want to say it's a 1960. Citroen DS. We haven't figured out how to do like screen mirroring and stuff, so we just have to do it like your grandpa does.
That's so cute.
And that's the actual car. Like, it's one of the first ones you Google. It's got like a modern turbocharged Citroen motor in it with this whole working like airbag system. So when you shut the car off, it like slams itself. And that's like original to the Citroen.
Crazy.
And you can make it ride like a monster truck if you want.
D'Artagnan says my mom's going through the same thing. She moved to Atlanta 6 months ago. In the pandemic happened, she had been isolating social loading 65-year-old ever since.
Yeah.
Oh.
I couldn't imagine being a senior citizen and dealing with the paranoia with the C word and
just the pandemic.
the pandemic, and then that's just got to be hard. Like my grandma just had a major stroke, and it was rough seeing her. I mean, she recovered. I mean, she's like borderline immortal, but like she's not 100% anymore, and in this time that's even harder.
Yeah.
I can't. It's rough.
He said, "Well, Bert, I was going to ask if the suspension worked." Sorry, that didn't make sense. She had been there for 6 months. Then the C word happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that about Grandma. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things is going to come, but it's never pleasant when it does.
Never heard the right time, It's weird.
But she's awesome. She's the one that got me into like mid-century modern stuff.
I love Grandma. She's so cool. She's so cool. If I had a gig up in the area, she would let me come and stay with her, and she's just such a cool lady. Love Grandma.
She's still cool. It's just after her stroke, she has a hard time putting her sentences together and stuff. We used to FaceTime with her every once in a blue moon, but I don't know if that's really going to be a thing anymore. But
we should try again. Have you seen the Citroen tire change where the car hikes up a leg like a dog?
No, I haven't seen that. That would make a lot of sense. It'd make it a lot easier, especially with those skirted rear fenders.
That's funny.
I don't know if this one has valving where you can actually control it that way, but
that's so funny.
So I know some of those, like, I think factory-wise, they're supposed to be like a shared valving system, so it helps level the ride over bumps and stuff. But I'm sure there's people out there that have tinkered and made them kick up the leg. That'd be pretty fun.
That's so funny.
They're such weird cars. Like, well, I mean, it's French, you know. I don't, but like the Peugeots, like we just got one in probably like early '90s, like little four banger. Looks like a Nissan Sentra from the same era, which I'm pretty sure it probably is a Nissan Sentra that's just slightly rebodied with a new badge. But look it up. The Citroen tire change.
It takes me a while to wake up. Man, I'm already out of my drink. I don't want to drink too much because then I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. He said they didn't do so hot. Do 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 do.
I haven't, not really finding anything on it without jacks. I know there's like the rally car tire change where you just kind of park in a ditch to get that corner to kick up. Colorado in your bird. Yeah. So you have to watch out for the drafts from the mountain passes. I hear those can be really bad.
Oh, well, let me have it.
Same thing I do every day.
Try to take over the world.
People will get it.
Flying Colorado and a little getaway first long trip, business trip, but I'm on my own airline. I won't be going into the mountains. It's funny now how Denver is the mountains, but not.
Yeah.
Just right on the edge.
Yeah. That's one thing, like, I would really like for us to do is get to the west, Grand Canyon, Denver, you know, this mountain ranges. I think after being pretty much as far south as you can get in the contiguous states, like I'm ready to get north a little.
Yeah, we want to travel north for a bit and see what that's about. Vermont, you know. Colorado, I was there once.
Yeah, that was an experience.
I was there. Oh, God, I'm not even going to get into it all the way, but I was there once with the sideshow. And.
Well, D'Artagnan probably knows what you're talking about, but yeah.
Yeah.
I flew into Colorado once.
Oh, yeah. Was that on your trip to Georgia?
No, because that's the wrong direction.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah. What am I talking about? When did you fly in there?
I don't know why. I think it was one of those just weird layovers when I was flying to Florida at how my parents moved. That wouldn't make any sense. Why did I fly into Colorado?
Wait, did you and I fly into Colorado together? No.
I remember flying over into the mountains and then landing in Colorado. But I've only ever flown like southeast.
Yeah.
And somehow I ended up in Colorado.
Is this a different life?
Yeah.
Is this a different life?
It was before we met. One of the first times I ever flew.
But did you fly before we met? I thought your first time on a plane was Georgia. Okay.
That was my second time.
Oh, okay. Interesting. badass thing? We got some news coming up. I'm going to keep teasing you guys about it until we decide we want to tell you what it is. I think we'll tell you soon, though. I think we're about ready to tell you guys. East Coast.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, why?
You weren't crazy.
Yeah.
Be quiet, D'Artagnan. I'm gaslighting him. You let it happen. Just kidding.
Efficiency.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Like, tell me why.
Why fly over Tulsa to get to Denver?
Tell me why they have, is it hay here in Florida that they deliver to other places in the world? We have a hay station here.
Man, I don't know if they deliver it, but there's across the street from the shop I work at, there's actually like a warehouse that they just purely deal in like
hay,
receiving and distributing
Florida.
bales of hay. Like, okay,
I don't know.
I'm guessing it's probably used for more than just like farm. Like, I'm thinking like, because hay is used as like you put it over the dirt to keep runoff from happening.
Yeah.
Especially if you're growing things like tomato farming, orange orchards are still big here.
Yeah.
So maybe they use it as a bedding or something. Or
he said that quality Florida hay.
Yeah.
It's got a sunshine tax on it because like the hay it's been hit just right by the sun and just add a few dollars on there.
And some days, like in the mornings, if it's really humid and like you can smell that, like hay smell, like
and they charge you extra for that.
Like some people, like my parent or grandparents had a farm when I was a kid, and they didn't really do much in the farm, but they had a couple horses, and I remember in the barn they had a section that was all hay bales. So I'd get the little hay forks and I'd like climb them and stuff.
Really?
That was really fun.
That sounds so fun.
And then like sometimes there'd be gaps in the bales and you could crawl down in them and stuff. I probably could have died, but
that sounds so fun though. D'Artagnan,
gives that memory of the smell of the hay, but also like it kind of makes you nauseous.
D'Artagnan says, "I specialize in hay and hay accessories." Snifferage fee. Oh, D'Artagnan, you're so funny. You're funny.
Yeah. That's one I've been thinking. I want to try and go because, where Fort Lauderdale and Miami is, it's pretty much isolated from the whole rest of the state in a lot of ways, unless you go north or you have to drive west 2-3 hours across the swamp, basically, the Everglades, to get to Tampa and stuff, I think. So part of me is like, man, like we're so surrounded by a bunch of dense urban areas here. Like if we just drove like an hour east, we could be in the middle of a swamp. That kind of might be a fun like weekend trip,
Yeah, we're trying to figure out some stuff to do before we're not here anymore. Like my birthday's coming up on the 1st, and Luke was like, maybe we should go paragliding for your birthday. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, parasailing, and I was thinking, or we could get like a metal detector and we could go like look for treasure. That'd be cool. What else did we talk about doing? Oh, going to the swamps, and like they have these alligator tours where you could just get on these like you're just sitting on a plank basically with like a giant fan behind it, and there's a guy with a stick like, get out of here, gators, and like just like poking the gators off the boat. I'm like, that sounds amazing. It could take an arm or a leg off, but it won't because of the stick. Like I don't know, it sounds kind of fun. So, but we'll probably go parasailing. Is it called paragliding or parasailing?
It'd be sailing, I think. Gliding is when you're actually not tethered to anything.
Okay, yeah.
I think sailing is when you're actually being pulled by the boat and stuff.
Well, we might do that for my birthday.
Better.
He's like, yeah, more airboats. I don't know. We gotta find something fun to do. And he, we like experiences. So he was like, maybe I should take you parasailing. I'm like, that's cool. I would like to do that.
Yeah, sailing and
kind of boat. Okay, that's what it is, parasailing. So.
And,
Yeah.
I'm not like great with heights, but something like that I think would be fine. Like,
I would
it'd be
love,
fun.
yeah, the higher we can get you up, the better, because
Yeah.
just to,
It's different. Like I can't stand on my own 2 feet somewhere high up. Like a 12-foot ladder, and I get like.
But you're good with roller coasters that are really
roller
high
coasters
up.
are fine. Flying's fine.
I think
like,
you'd be fine with parasailing.
Yeah.
Have you? That's not a silly question because we've been looking for gators, D'Artagnan, and we can't find any. We've even seen signs in the nature areas that are like, watch out for gators. No gators. We've been looking for them, and I'm like, we've got to see a gator while we're down here. Like at least one.
See lots of small lizards and
lots of iguanas.
Like this one we saw was probably like easily 6 feet long. Like he was a monster.
I gotta get Spy. She's like crying. She does that sometimes for attention.
But no gators yet. But I think, that's probably because we're in such an urbanized area.
Okay.
I think if we got a little further out, we'd probably see them. Yeah. Actually, there's not much engineering here. So, like, yeah, I'm glad my building's not falling down like other ones nearby have, but...
Knock on wood. I mean, because there's nothing keeping it from...
It rained yesterday when we were out driving around, and it wasn't like a torrential rain. It was just like...
a regular
It seemed like a normal rain for down here, and the street to get to our condo... like right in front of our turn-in.
It was completely flooded.
You had to drive over into the turn lane because it was flooded.
It was so high, and people were like.
Some of the residential streets we were driving on, like easily 4 to 6 inches of water.
And
like
that's really the first time I've seen that down here. Is right now.
Rain, like, and I, talking to people here, and yeah, flooding is a bit of a problem, but I couldn't imagine what it's going to be like with an actual tropical downpour.
It would be wild.
Or a hurricane. Like,
it would be so wild.
We wouldn't be able to leave our apartment complex.
We would be flooded in. He said, "Don't worry, the gators see you." No, I mean the engineering of things up on high and being safe. Yeah, that whole Florida sinking business.
Yeah, I don't know when our condo was built, but I think it was probably in the late 80s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look, and I didn't look too hard, but it's only a 4-story condo, so we're on the 4th floor, so we'll just pancake everyone below us. Hopefully we'll be okay. But
I don't know how it'll work out. Hopefully that won't happen.
Just jump before you hit the ground.
Yeah.
But when ours faces east, so in my head, like in the event of a strong hurricane or storm, like the winds would approach from the rotation wise from the north south, and then as it got worse, we generally wouldn't get a whole lot of wind hitting the east side of our with the big window. So I feel like we probably would have an okay time. Yeah. Okay, but not great, But
I see some people across the way there in the next building over. They have some hurricane, what are those called?
Just the storm guards for the windows and stuff.
Got them on the bottom there.
See, that's what I was the same about coasters, because I know what you mean by well-engineered coaster, because you probably rode the Zingo once and hated it.
Love the Zingo. You just feel like you get on there and you're like, am I going to die? Am I going to go flying off? I don't know. That's exciting.
See, like my first roller coaster experience was the Zingo. The Zingo's a roller coaster, for those that don't know, at Bell's Amusement Park, which was back in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which long since is no more, but that's like, for Tulsa people, that's what we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Zingo was a wood coaster that was not well maintained.
You just didn't know when it was going to break down. You knew it was going to.
It was a rough ride. So my first ever coaster experience was terrifying.
Oh man, so fun.
After we met, we went to
Silver Dollar
City, and I did not want to ride any coasters, but
I was like, come on, just get on one,
Got pulled into it because there it's all wooded and hilly, so you can't really see the coaster until you're on it.
Yeah. It's cool.
And
but then he loved it.
Loved it. Rode every coaster there multiple times. Even the wood coaster was actually really cool.
It was made really well. It was
Yeah.
newer. It wasn't like the Zingo. Oh, you never got to ride the Zingo?
Never got to ride the Zingo?
Oh, man. And
So you didn't miss much. You missed a little pee in your pants, and that's about it. Yeah. I guess that was part of the thing with Zingo is it was actually scary, but not in a fun way.
I loved it. But I'm also a little wild.
But I like the coaster that was the metal coaster where your feet are actually kind of dangling a bit.
Oh, yeah. God, I can't remember what that was called, but that was really neat. It just took the pressure off your feet because you've been walking all day.
Nice after
and we're like,
walking around the park all day and your feet are killing you. And so you go on a loop and all the blood gets pushed down to your feet. And that's like, that was nice. We rode that one 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. And it was so cool. I don't even know why there weren't that many people there, but obviously it was before the pandemic. There was not a lot of people there, and you could literally just get on a coaster and then get back on a coaster. That never happens. It was so fun. Like, whereas you go to Disney World, you have to pay for. I mean, I haven't been since I was a kid, but I've just seen videos, and you have to pay for a pass to get to the front of the line just so that you can ride more than like 3 rides in a day. That's not fun to me.
I'm not standing in line for 6 hours for one ride.
Right.
Like, who in their right mind?
People do it.
That's why I'll never have kids.
I'm enough, right? Yeah. Me and the cats. Sounds like a good idea. Branson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Branson. Yeah. It was so fun.
That was a good trip. Coffee's hitting me.
Coffee. It's nice to have 2 restrooms. I gotta pee too, I think. I'll be right back. We're gonna go. He's going to pee. I'm going to pee. We'll be back. Okay. Sorry about that. Need commercials for pee breaks. Solid reason for not having kids. You know, I wish we could do commercials for pee breaks, but like commercials that me and Luke have made, like weird, silly, fun commercials. I don't know. Are you cleaning the litter box? Yeah. Oh, you're so awesome. Thank you. Those girls are stinky, man. Stinky girls. So I picked up a new weird hobby. What's your weird hobby? Have you seen the kids running around on bikes doing wheelies and crap? Like online or? I haven't.
On motorcycles or bicycles?
It's gonna get cold in here now.
I've seen some swarms of the enduro bike guys riding around. We hear them more than we see them, but I've seen a couple groups.
But you mean just the ones that just like ride on a wheelie? Just like ride as long as they can? Bicycles. I can pop a wheelie. They take over the streets.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And just like wheelie on their bike the whole time?
Well, the bike guys do, and the motorcycle guys, they do. They like terrorize people.
He's saying on bicycles, though.
Yeah, I don't know. So I know you ride. Yeah, you ride actual bicycles. Yeah.
Oh, just on the rear wheel?
Yeah, so you just cruise around. I've seen videos of people doing that, just riding around like normal, but like just on one wheel.
Hey, honestly, that's pretty athletic though, because to be able to keep that balance. Yeah. But like to terrorize people, since you don't have a lot of motorcycle, you almost have to have like a little like honker, and you just go on your back wheel and go honk, 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 just to mess with people. I will never touch a motorcycle again. Oh, I don't blame you, dude. Yeah, that is horrible. Yeah. Gosh, I would not ride I don't think I want to ride a motorcycle, but especially not in Florida. Yeah. I mean, people do not watch out for you here.
Yeah. Well,
I guess they don't watch out for you in Oklahoma either. But
every turn here is a blind turn because Florida feels like they have to put like shrubs everywhere.
You can't see anything when you're turning.
And right up to the curb at every intersection. Like every turn here is a blind turn. And it's really, really
it's crazy. Quite scary because sometimes I feel like we're turning, and I'm just not sure if we're going to make the turn or not.
Yeah.
They ride on oncoming traffic and then swerve out of the way.
That's ridiculous, man.
You don't do that, do you? I would hope not. That's crazy. People are crazy.
I've seen it's going to be a big trend too, with like the people just like flying and weaving through traffic, going 120 plus miles an hour. Like I've seen that's gotten to be a big trend, and cars, like just people just weaving through traffic and
like
stuff.
It's a video game?
Yeah, it's idiots.
That's crazy. Yep, you're right about the Chevys and the Palms.
Yeah. There's some beautiful trees here,
mm-hmm.
but they just palm trees everywhere, and it's like, come on, you guys have some of the most like beautiful trees I've ever seen here. But
like, I like looking at the palms; they're pretty, but there are some like really neat trees that are not so much in this area.
Yeah. And like you drive around some of the residential neighborhoods, and where they have, especially older residential neighborhoods with some just gorgeous trees. I don't even know what they all are, but those are the nice trees in my opinion. Palms are cool and fun if you want the beach look, you know, which I think that's what everyone wants in Florida. But yeah,
Spanish moss,
yeah, the Spanish moss is gorgeous. Not so much. I mean, I've seen a little bit of it down here, but it doesn't seem as prominent as like in the Pensacola, Louisiana, like Gulf area.
Right.
The Spanish moss seems to be more prominent there.
Right.
But no, we haven't actually developed any weird hobbies. Like I haven't even really played with my 3D printer since we moved down here. Like I just haven't had the mental capacity and the motivation, really, you know.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
doors.
Hey, David.
David, nice.
Hello. How are you doing? Look, I finally got him on here. He is here. The man, the legend, Luke. No, he's going to start doing more videos with me, and he actually volunteered. He's like, hey, do you want to do a live stream this weekend? I'm like, to fish, breathe water? Heck yeah, I do. So he's here. We've been on for about an hour, but we figured we'd stay on for a while because people would pop in and out. So we're just waking up, hanging out.
Mainly talking to our friend from back home, D'Artagnan. So.
Are you guys gonna torture yourselves and go to the Keys?
I don't know. Like we could, you know, but I mean, I guess it's probably a bit more pretty, you know, like with the water and more tropical South islands, you know, but I don't know. Yeah.
We really thought about it. He's like, do it.
Yeah.
Hello, my friends. Greetings from Asia. Greetings from America. Hello.
But yeah, there was a guy I worked with that recently took a vacation week and went to the Keys. And apparently the best time to go is right around now, like peak summer, because it's not super packed with all the snowbirds and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt for us to make a weekend trip.
Might as well while we're here.
4 or 6 hour drive. But it's the most southern point of the U.S., basically.
Yeah.
You know.
D'Artagnan said find a nature reserve, drop the windows down in the car, make it nice. Yeah, I mean, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
David said, what are the pictures on the wall behind you? This is actually when we moved into the condo, these were here, and we just left them up. I think they belong to the owner.
Yeah.
But we liked it, so we left it up.
It's some abstract, nothing, just smeared paint.
I like it. I wish we could take it with us when we leave. That one over there is just a print that we have that I took down and I haven't put back yet. And if you hear a cat like whining, like it's being tortured, it's not. That's Spy, and she does that. I think she might have bipolar disorder like me. Cats can have disorders, so I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I noticed like since summertime, the traffic here hasn't been quite as intense. I mean, it's still on the weekends, like beach traffic is there, but like when we first moved here in February, snowbird season, it was just like,
thick.
come on, and like people honking at you all the time. If you don't like go when the light turns green, you get honked at. But now it's chilled a bit, and I think, like, yeah, that one day when we were up here for my trial weekend, remember, like we were driving through that neighborhood, and the speed limit was like 15 miles an hour. And this person was like tailgating us super bad.
Yeah, like riding us. I'm like, it's 15 through here.
She kept flashing her lights, and I'm like, I'm going the speed limit. Come on. And then she passed us, and it was like a 65-year-old lady.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Glaring at me. Like, what the heck,
That should have been our sign, no?
Oh,
she's saying something and you aren't listening. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, here's the thing. I usually do respond to her, but she just keeps talking, and I have no idea what she's talking about. It's like way above me. You know what I mean? But no, really what she's mad about is that I have the room closed off. Like I have the door shut, and anytime a door is shut in the house, they get so mad. But to keep it cooler in here, we've closed off that room, and Luke has like closed off the vent and stuff.
we're never in there.
And now she's just really mad that the door is closed. So she stands at the door and she yells at it. That's what she's doing right now. She's yelling at the door. I went to grab her and pet her, and then she like won't let me. One of my cats is crazy, carries around a toy and makes loud noises like calling kittens. Of course she's fixed, so I'm confused. All our cats are fixed too, so I don't understand. I don't know. What you doing, Spicy? He tried to hold her, and she jumped out of his arms and like flew across the room. She's our crazy cat. Everybody has one, right? She said, leave me alone, Dad. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, Daddy. What are you doing today, David? Are you off work for Labor Day? Or do you have to work? Luke's off. He's got a 3-day weekend. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3. That's Nitro. Look at this big girl. I've ordered them some food, Nitro and Kleiny, because they're going to go on a diet. Yeah, she's done it every time I see her on camera. Yeah, that's Nitro. This a big girl, huh? This a big girl. Come here, big girl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's watching the window. They like to look out the window.
David, yeah, off my day job, but working on YouTube stuff. Cool. She chunky. Yeah, she a big girl. When we see her coming, we're like, oh Lord, there's she a big girl.
At our old house, D'Artagnan, like you could feel the house, except wood floors. You could feel the house shake when she's running, and you'd be like, "Oh no, here comes Nitro!"
Oh no, is she here? But no, we have some diet food coming for Kleina and Nitro because we love the chalk, but like we want them to be able to breathe better. Yeah. And we got her new food for her skin because it's like matting up. I have a little video we made where we got some new products for them and stuff that we kind of like went over, so I'll put that up soon. Yeah, she our big girl. Spy, want to be on camera?
That big old chunk.
What a pretty girl.
Yeah, some of them are vocal. They all got their own personalities, We got pretty much the whole spectrum. Nitro is almost like a dog.
Yeah.
Like she follows me everywhere. If I like go in the kitchen to get a drink, she'll like come meow at me because I'm not on the couch.
Yeah.
And then we have Kleiny. She's a princess, and we hardly see her all day. And then at night, she wants her nightly pets and cuddles before she goes to sleep. And then Spy is just like the rebel, like annoying.
She's a Xena warrior princess. Yeah. She's like, hear me roar all the time. She's
just a wild cat. I think she struggles with boredom more than the other ones.
Right. We
gotta play
with her more.
Give her some more attention and let her hunt and stuff.
Yeah. Miss being able to have cats.
Yeah.
Can't have cats at your place?
I think he's allergic.
Oh yeah, you're allergic, right? Yeah. You could get a hairless.
Yeah.
You could get a hairless cat. Spy equals angsty teen. Yeah, she's totally the epitome of an angsty teen. I gotta turn this off. People keep texting me.
She's super angsty. And then like you try and pet her and she like wants nothing to do with you. She does like it in the bathroom. If I'm in the bathroom on the toilet, then like she won't leave me alone. So that's when we get her pet time in, and
that's her safe
brush her,
place. It's
yeah.
so weird.
She actually lets us brush her in there. So we
Yeah.
have like 3 cat brushes in the bathroom. So I sit there and brush her and stuff while I'm on the toilet, which is annoying, but gotta deal with it. Oh yeah, you travel too much too for pets. Yeah, that is a tough thing. With 3 cats, like, yeah, we can't really go on a weekend trip. We used to, back home, because then we'd have family come feed them every day and stuff, or our neighbors. But yeah, now we don't really have anyone that come check on them and stuff too. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen the "It's Johnny" meme. Let me see. Cats.
It's Johnny. Let's look at it. David says, our 2 cats will not allow us to pick them up or sit on laps. Still have wild in them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a spy.
Aww. Here's Johnny Cat.
that's spy.
That's so cute. Yeah, that is spy. It's a cat busting in the bathroom like Shining movie. Yeah.
That's totally spy.
That's cute. You cannot close the doors here. There's no privacy. It's like having kids, except for you don't have to change their diapers. You have to scoop their litter instead. I mean, they're a lot more easygoing than kids, obviously, but you don't really have any privacy at all. Ever. Oh. Wee.
I already finished another cup of coffee.
You did?
I did. Time for round 3.
You're going to get another cup of coffee?
Yep, it's Sunday. I'll put myself in a coffee coma.
Coffee coma. They reach under the door. Yeah, they do. It's really funny. It's really funny to see their little hands reach under the door. It's so cute. But Spy, like, she's crazy. She'll scratch at the door. She'll scratch at everything. She scratches on the mirror. She scratches on the windows and the doors in the middle of the night. I'm like, Spy. Like, she does not let us sleep. She's just like a baby. She's just like a baby. D'Artagnan, what are you doing today? I rode my bike around drinking a frappe this morning. That's fun.
Living the best life.
Living your best life. So were you like riding the back wheel of the bike with one hand and then drinking your frappe with your pinky out in the other, like sipping it? Like, good day, sir. Good day. That's how I imagine it happening. Yeah, you like with a straw. Yeah. Humans don't need sleepy. They need me. That's what Spy says. Yep. That's so true.
I don't know. They let us sleep. Okay. It's the getting to sleep, like about 10, 15 minutes after we lay down. Then she starts meowing and fussing. And then we have to either chase her out of the room or just try and pet her for 2 seconds, as much as she'll let us. And then she's usually okay.
Yeah. I have a spray bottle that I sometimes have to use with Spy because she gets so insane at night. I have to be like, dude, let us sleep. And then finally she will. But I'm not that good yet, but goals. Hey, you know what, D'Artagnan? If you can dream it, you can be it. I believe in you. I want a video. I want a video this time next year of you riding your bike on the back wheel, drinking a frappe with your pinky out. Don't forget the pinky. Yeah. It's very important.
I think a frappe that's a cold drink. I think you have to have a straw.
Okay, you can use a straw.
I would
That's
accept
fine.
with the straw.
But the pinky still has to be out.
And then like maybe a little whipped cream on your nose.
Yeah, and do the whipped cream on the nose.
Yeah,
that's important.
One hand wheelie. Yeah.
She enjoys making you guys get up. She really does. She really does. Whee! Well, what do you guys want to talk about? We're here. Yeah. We're just hanging out. It's actually kind of cool to be able to like get on here and chat with old friends. It's been a minute. Old friends and new friends alike. So I don't know what's happening outside right now, but I'm looking out the window and I see 2 hangers hanging on a tree limb. Down there, look.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like the tree limb's really low.
They probably were drying their swimsuits out or something.
Yeah, but that tree limb doesn't even look like it hold that much.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Florida.
Florida. He's like, Pinky can still be out. It hurt. What hurt? Hanging around. I'm confused. David says, how about all the changes you're making to your channel? Well, mostly I'm making those changes to include Luke because he's going to be making more videos with me and stuff. So, I mean, it was a lot about like the cleaning and stuff, more like the homemaking, but I'm trying to do more of like a lifestyle adventures.
Yeah, maybe
little bit more
transitioning
interesting.
more to just like a video blogs, but still probably doing this. I mean,
I'll still do the cleaning and
Yeah.
organizing and stuff because I enjoy doing that, but
I mean, honestly, we have so much time and boredom. Like I said, for me with working, I usually don't have the energy, but I wanted to make a conscious effort this weekend since it is a 3-day weekend to spend some time with her, you know, and you guys, because everyone's always like, "Where's Luke?" So here I am. But I don't know, maybe getting more into just trying to make some kind of a social life because we don't have one.
You are our social life.
You know, people seem to like the product reviews, which is okay, cool. You know, we did one product review video on that dehumidifier we bought, and it's like your second or third most viewed video.
Yeah,
It's like,
and we were just it's just like products that we get. We're just like, okay, we'll tell you what we think about them, and they're just so popular. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and people like still message you. What is it? How, you know, like asking about like how the thing works and stuff.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool.
All right.
Okay, that works.
So, I guess like YouTube has become the Google of like how do I do things? You know? Well,
which
is. It really
fine.
Has,
you know. I do Google. I YouTube a lot of things when I need to learn how to do something. It makes sense.
It really is actually pretty cool knowledge sharing.
Yeah.
I just don't like it, and you started doing it, is timestamps. Like, I hate like Googling how do I do this, and then like it's a 40-minute video, and
you don't like the timestamps?
No, I love timestamps.
Oh, okay.
But like it's a 40-minute video, and they spend 5 minutes doing their typical like, "Hi, thanks for joining my channel," blah blah blah, and then they're yelling, and then they do another 5 or 10 minutes of talking about whatever, doing more shout outs. And then somewhere in the next 30 minutes is the 2-minute thing you need to know. Like timestamps, people.
Yeah, I think on our last couple videos I haven't done timestamps, but I do need to. You're right. I do need to start doing them again because it really helps the viewers, especially if like they're just there for a specific reason. Like let them go to that and do that. I don't remember him having eyeballs earlier.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I would like to do things more, and I think that's the big struggle is finding time and energy for me, and then also like how can I participate and add without I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I like to do, but nothing I'm like really great at. So
you are good at a lot of things. But yeah, it's mostly just me and Luke hanging out, living our life, and vlogging it. That's pretty much what it is about. I still can't sit still long enough to do videos. Yeah. You should do like action videos where you're moving around and doing things. I have so many video ideas, but not enough time to do them. I have so much time, but not enough video ideas now. I do have video ideas. I have them. We're making them happen. Yeah, you're good at a lot of things. See? D'Artagnan agrees. 2 against 1. Oh, we win.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm like,
he's humble.
I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none is what I've always.
That's fine. That's totally okay.
Like, there's a lot I can do, but I'm not like going to be like the authority on the subject.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think that's smart though, because when people think that they know everything and they're like the authority on the subject, it's usually they don't know that much. There are a few people out there that are experts at what they do, but David says, I also need more funding to buy parts. Dude, just get a GoFundMe. I need to buy parts for my computer. Everybody's got a GoFundMe now. Oh.
I don't know. Like one thing, there's some like YouTubers I really enjoy, and it's been a while since I've followed any of them. But like, there's this one guy. What was he? He was like really kind of like raunchy, but he was Canadian, I think. But he was always like building stuff, like the machinist guy.
No, are you talking about the machinist, or are you talking about the Russian that used to do the review videos?
No, not the Russian guy. The machinist guy.
I don't remember his name. He was so funny.
He was cool. Let me see if I can find.
He was cool.
Everyone knows about the what is it? The Russian.
He's like a review guy.
Yeah, he does all the product reviews, mostly like camping and survival. Like,
yeah, I can't think of his name either.
I got on a binge of watching him try all these different like MREs from all over the world.
He's so funny.
I mean, he's pretty funny. Let me see if I can find that. D'Artagnan, I like this.
D'Artagnan said, yeah, I got chased by a police helicopter because I was part of the wheelie mob. No, you didn't. Whatever.
Really?
It's so crazy.
So, like, I know the motorcyclists do that, but you're saying there's a wheelie mob of bicyclists in Tulsa that go around and, like, block traffic?
You're so crazy. I want videos. I want video proof of this because I think you're wild.
Mm-hmm.
I've created woodworking stuff and they do okay. Woodworking's cool.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know like that you were talking like bicycle mobs. I thought you were kind of referencing the motorcycle mobs, but that's actually pretty fun. Like, I think that would be a bit more fun and amusing as like someone sitting in traffic versus a bunch of like motorcyclists. Going,
I don't even know what I would say if I saw that. I would just really laugh. David or D'Artagnan says, yeah, the ATV dudes were riding with us. You guys better be careful. And we were kind of riding down Riverside. Okay. As long as you're not blocking traffic. He's so wild. Oh, David. D'Artagnan's our friend back from Oklahoma. He's super funny. Silly guy. Silly guy. Well, we were. D'Artagnan, you're so bad. You better quit it. You better quit being bad. David says, are you all caught up on Big Brother? Okay, I wasn't, and then I got caught up, and now I'm 2 episodes behind. So I haven't watched Wednesdays or Thursdays. If you are here and you like Big Brother, muffle your ears because I'm going to tell you. Let's see. The last episode I watched. Okay, so they kicked Derek X off. Tiffany got in power. Claire stole power, and they sent. Who did they send home? Or did they not send anyone home yet? Oh, they didn't send anyone home yet. Sarah Beth, Kai, and Xavier are on the block. That's the last episode I saw. And I'm still hoping for a battle back for Derek X because I love Derek X. He's my fave. Are you all okay? They run red lights for grins and I don't get it. I'm too responsible. Did you see the one showing the 2 members of the jury? No, I haven't. Don't tell me. I'm going to get caught up today and then we can talk about it. I know I'm always behind. I'm sorry.
Like, yeah, maybe like on the bicycles blocking traffic for a little bit. Yeah, okay. But like running red lights, I mean,
I just don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Like, there's some
people can get hurt too easily.
Safe rebellion, like even, like the protesters blocking the street.
Yeah, but then you're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
You're doing it for a cause.
It's good trouble,
Yeah.
But.
Did you see the one? Oh, no. I'm going to take a sip of your coffee. Who's here and not talking? Because I see that there's people, but I only see 2 people talking.
Maybe they're like me.
Lurkers lurking.
So D'Artagnan, David might enjoy too, but this guy, I'll type it in the comment. AVE. he's got a YouTube channel that I really enjoyed watching for a while. He's a machinist and does a bunch of like technical stuff, and most all of his videos are like chest cam, so you just see his hands, and he's always tinkering, building stuff, but like he's kind of like super, I wouldn't say too lewd, but he's kind of
He's really funny.
like a dirty old man kind of attitude.
I think he's hilarious.
He is really funny, and he's Canadian, so it's a little bit of a different humor, but
Yeah.
like he goes through all kinds of stuff, like how a clutch works, or he'll just be working on some silly project and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's typical machine shop culture where it's a lot of cussing and cursing and nope, that didn't work, Bennett, you know.
Yeah.
Try it again. You know.
He is really
It's pretty
funny
good,
though. He's
fun
very
stuff.
entertaining. Recommend checking him out. David says most of them will feel foolish once they get home and look at the recordings. You know me, Dolly. I can't stop talking. Yeah, you know. Some of them. Unnecessary risk, bike riders. Cool. I'll check him out.
Unnecessary risk. Yeah, it's true. I guess as a bicycle rider, you're always taking an unnecessary risk.
That's true. But yep.
Trying to think.
Sometimes you could just chill. I'm taking him back. I'm taking him back. Oh man! Every time I try to cuddle, he moves.
No.
He's just like the cats.
I tend to be more cuddly like in the evenings, because in the day, like I'm worried like if we get cuddly and cozy,
You're gonna fall asleep.
There's stuff I want to do, even if that means I don't want to do anything. That's still something.
If you cuddle me, you're gonna fall asleep. I'm just like the cats. I have cuddle powers. I need to prepare for my flight. He learned from the cats. I'm not even kidding, dude. Can I get some cuddles over here? Shoot. Hey, are you flying down here today, D'Artagnan? I know he's going to Colorado. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's probably about the same distance. Yeah. What now? He'd have to fly over the Gulf to make it a straight shot.
Right.
I think he had talked about maybe going to Atlanta, see his mom, and then swinging down south. But
I thought you said something like you were going to go there and then you were going to come here and hang out with us. You said something like that earlier, right? I'll be right back. We're just like walking away with the camera, walk back.
exchanging. Been running into a bit of money, so maybe I'll just fly around for a month. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's it's an Oklahoma thing. Smoking is just like something we do, me growing up in body shops, that was part of that culture too, like the day I turned 18 and I went next door and bought a pack of cigarettes, and I regret that day, but that's what we did. Check out Bill Owen. A lot of unbelievable case modifications. A lot of PC building stuff. Yeah. I can build a PC, but I'm not like big on it. Like, I think the last one I built was shortly after me and Dolly got together. Artsy and eclectic, yeah. And then they're really serious about being artsy and eclectic when they're smoking cloves. I'll look up Bill Owen. It'd be fun. I was always of the mind with a computer, though, like kind of like a machine. The simpler, the better. There's nothing worse than trying to like play a game on your awesome gaming computer and you can't because something is not right. So then you spend 3 hours fixing it, downloading new drivers and doing all this stuff, and then by that point you don't want to play the game anymore. I've gotten away from that. Like, kind of same with cars. Like, still have my Volkswagen. That's my toy. That's still back home. But like, I don't think I'll ever build a car again. I don't know that I'll ever build a computer again, just because like I like the simplicity and reliability with regular updates from Dell or whoever. You know, and every machine has its problems, but meh. Same thing I do every day. Movie, dinner, catching up on sleep. No one's worried about sleep.
I'm catching them by sleep. Sleep. Yeah, honestly, the next car we buy, we would like it to be electric, but we're
Except for I want a Miata RF.
Yeah.
Because I think
those are so nice.
There's like the Miata, the new 400Z that Nissan's putting out.
Yeah, they have some nice cars that aren't electric.
The new Supra. I think these are going to be, if not the last, but second to last generation of gas engine manual transmission cars. Like, I think we're really close to that tipping point where we're about to not have those things anymore. And like, I'm all about going electric. I can't wait for the day for self-driving cars where we don't have to deal with people staring at their phone and rear-ending you. You know,
yeah.
like, I can't wait for that day.
Self-driving would be awesome.
You know, but I also recognize that there's a point where we have to move forward, and car culture in the U.S., you know, petrol engines are never going to go away. And we might have to pay more road tax. Gas is going to get more expensive, but it's not going to be something you're going to drive 300 miles on a weekend in. It's going to be like a hobby, like having a horses nowadays.
Right.
You don't do work with horses unless you're on a ranch, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
you'll still have drivers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just not going to be, it's going to be something you do for fun and not because you have to, which I think is pretty awesome.
Your caffeine and gasoline meets, you know, on the weekends, and your Chevelle and Mustangs, you know?
Right.
But like, I cannot wait for the day of just plug in electric cars everywhere. No traffic noise.
Right, no traffic
so
jam.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it will be cool. It will be cool. I mean, can you imagine if it gets to where you can take a nap on the way to work, or you can read a book, or you can check your socials, or you can eat your breakfast, whatever, on the way to work, just save time? It'd be cool.
I mean,
or you could just look out the window and you could actually see things. I don't know. It's you know, there's a lot of pros.
You know, I think like car culture evolved because in the U.S. especially, driving is a necessity, and a lot of it is like, okay, how do you make a boring necessity entertaining? Well, let's start modifying. Let's inject personality into our machines.
Yeah.
Let's keep them interactive with the manual transmission and stuff like that. But now we're moving to the point where traveling is still a necessity, but the entertainment factor isn't what it used to be. So now it's back to becoming more of a burden, especially with more people on the road, more traffic.
Right.
You know, just people generally, you know, people have always been stupid, but generally now they're more distracted. So having, you know, just safety reasons and all that, like, let's go, you know, let us gas car guys have our toys to go play with on the weekend. I would think that could open up a lot more avenues for, you know, track days that are more affordable for people, and you know, that would be cool. You know, I mean, I love seeing a Tesla or electric car out ripping on the track or in an autocross. That's fun. Like, it's a totally, you know, everyone's like, well, you don't get the same sounds, you know, it's not the same, but it's like, you get sounds. You get the whine of the gears. You can hear the tires working. Like, you can hear the healing asphalt. And like,
people get scared when there's something new. You know what I mean? That's all it is.
I think it's so fun. Like, an autocross, like hearing a Tesla go by and hearing the tires actually gripping and like, you know, like, that's like you experience it in a whole different way. It's almost more sensual. It's not sensational, but it's sensual.
Right.
You know.
No, I agree. For sure.
Let's see, mass transit. I mean, that's just a hard sell in the States. Like, I wish mass transit was more of a thing. They do have the light rail here in Florida where we could take it to Miami and stuff, but
I haven't felt safe enough to get on anything yet, obviously with the pandemic, but maybe after sometime, whenever that is going to be.
Yeah, MTA 100 plus years old. Yeah, that's a big problem, you know, for the U.S. And it goes back to the whole infrastructure thing, and that's a huge investment. And people are like, well, how do we get a return on that investment? But you don't profit on building, you know, train lines and bus. You know, that's not like a profitable thing, but you generate profit and the after effects with people actually being able to commute to work, and spend money in places they wouldn't, not having to spend money on a car, so that frees up funds where they can put back into their community. And you know, but people have a hard time seeing past the immediate, like, how much money is this going to put in my wallet? You know?
Not always about that.
The people profit, exactly, but too many people in control are not worried about people profit. They worry about me profit.
Right. Man, you guys know what I want to do? I really want to get a metal detector, and I want to go metal detecting. I saw this video. I don't remember the name of the guy's channel. It was like the Adventure Guy or Adventure Man or something, but he was in Oklahoma. And he took his metal detector out, him, his wife, and his kids, and they went to this.
Ulugal Lake.
They went to Ulugal Lake, yeah, like by where Luke used to live when he was a kid. And they found all this old bottles and, you know, marbles and all kinds of cool stuff, and they washed it out and showed you. It was a really cool video, and I was like, man, I want to do that so bad. Like, I want to go treasure hunting. Who doesn't want to go treasure hunting? Right? Like, we could do that today.
Yeah, except
if you
for
wanted.
This
where
is
would we
so
go?
Urban development. Like,
I know.
where would you go to treasure hunt?
I don't know. Like, there's got to be a place.
Other than just metal detecting on the beach, you know.
Yeah, I've seen someone like metal detecting on the beach once, but it's like, I'm not really trying to, like, I don't know. I want to go to more like wooded area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was fun. Like, out at Ulugal Lake, you know, there was an island, Goose Island, you could go tramp around on. And I used to, you know, like, go bow hunting, and you'd find like old barns and stonework and stuff out in the woods.
Really?
That was always pretty fun, you know.
That's so cool. I really, really, really want to do that. I think that would be so fun to do something like that today.
Volleyball courts, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
We've seen a few metal detectors out on the beach and stuff, you know. I was thinking like the trail, like the jogging trails, you know, like where people are moving more.
Yeah.
Would probably be good to scan along the borders of those. But
I mean, honestly, it's just like, I guess it's just the idea of like treasure hunting. It doesn't even have to be, I'm not looking for gold or anything like that. I'm just looking for things that people maybe lost or they've dropped or they've left intentionally, or just things that I wouldn't regularly see. It can be anything. Like sometimes when I walk around the condo, I just look for things and I'm like, oh, look, a ring, like the little cheap rings, you know, but oh, look, a piece of plastic that was shaped like a spaceship. I don't know. It's just, you know what I mean? Just like stuff like that, just for fun.
Yeah, I was asked how many nails you found, D'Artagnan. Like, we metal detected our house, and it was just like a bunch of nails.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think we found a Hot Wheel.
We found a Hot Wheel. That was really cool. I can't remember what else we found, but we had like a lot of pipes under our home in the backyard.
Yeah, you have to deal with it. Yeah.
And that was setting it off.
Is that something, or is that your sewer line?
Yeah, like, we don't know. $3,000 for a military grade metal detector. Yeah, I mean, we had one at one point in time. I think it was like $150. It wasn't one of those big heavy duty ones. And I'm not looking for something super expensive like that. I'm just looking for something to play with. Yeah. I always wanted to go on one of those gold hunting vacations, but my wife won't go. you should just go if you want to do it. I mean, seriously, like if you want to do it, because you don't want to. I mean, I'll just be real with you. You don't want to be in your deathbed being like, man, I wish I would have gotten one of those gold. Just go. Just go by yourself or go with a buddy.
You can buy like buckets of dirt and pan just the bucket of dirt.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that. My metal detector's like $40-$50. Yeah, you can get them super cheap. Yeah, or just the old-fashioned way and use your eyeballs, walk around, see what you can find, do a little digging in the dirt.
That's something else that
Harbor
I've
Freights.
always wanted to do. Yeah, is magnet fishing, which isn't so much something. I guess you could do it here still.
Yeah, you could do it
Throw
here.
a fucking magnet. Sorry. Throw a magnet out off the pier and stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
Magnet fishing looks really fun, actually.
Yeah, magnet fishing would be really fun. But I feel like we should do something like that. I mean, even if it's like 30 minutes, an hour today, we should go out and just see what we could find. I don't even know where we would go, but we could even go down to the trails and just like look around, because it's different when you're going out in nature to look at nature, or if you're going to like look for things, you know what I mean? You're in a different mindset. Usually when we go to the trails or we go somewhere, I will like put something in my head. I'm like, okay, today I'm going to look for all plastic bottle caps. I'll collect all the bottle caps. It's kind of cool because you can clean up nature and stuff too. But I went down there, I found like 20 bottle caps last time we went and dumped them on the trash.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We have all the canals here. That'd be good for the magnet fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Find bikes and guns and knives.
We're like magnet fishing, and it's like, what is this? Come home with a car full of stuff.
Needles.
Oh, gosh, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I think even at Harbor Freight, they sell cheap, heavy-duty magnets.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be one thing.
Shopping carts.
Don't get like a 50-pound magnet, because then, you're going to pull up bicycles and shopping carts. But like a 5-pound magnet where you can actually pull up smaller, interesting.
I think that would be so fun. I'm always down to do stuff like that. Anytime, anywhere. I'm down to do stuff like that. I like looking for treasure or picking up trash. I like both those things. My sister's moving from Long Island, New York to your area this weekend. I am only one from my pre-marriage family still here. Oh, she's moving here to Florida? Dang.
Yep. A lot of people moving down here. I guess this last year has been like a huge year for Florida. A lot of people moving south. Yeah, we did it. So,
yeah. D'Artagnan says, I was at West Marine. They had magnets for picking up heavy stuff. Yeah. David says, near Fort Lauderdale. That's not far from us. So cool. Hope she likes it here.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why, I can see why a lot of people want to move here, I mean, for the weather, especially if you're from a cold climate like New York and stuff.
I miss the cold.
Yeah, we do actually really miss it. Like, it kind of hit her the other day that, like, we're not going to have a fall here.
I'm honestly, like, it's a real bummer because I love seeing the leaves change colors. I love the crisp in the air, the smell of the fires burning in people's backyards, like, just all of it. And we're not going to have that this year. So it's really weird. I decorated with all of our fall decor, and then I took it down because it just doesn't feel like fall. So, yep. Her daughter, son-in-law, and 2 grandchildren have been there for several weeks. Oh, okay, cool. So she has family down here, so that's good. She'll have some. I felt out of place too easy in Florida. How come? What made you feel out of place?
I don't know. Like, I can see it. Like, knowing how D'Artagnan is. Like, I don't know. Like, there's just not. I don't know. Like, there's probably a good club culture here, but
yeah. My wife's aunt also lives in Gainesville. You have a lot of people around us.
Yeah, retirees maybe want to run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I want to go treasure hunting today. Like, I really want to go treasure hunting. I don't even know where we go, but why not? Why couldn't we go treasure hunting today? We could just use our eyeballs.
Yeah. Swing by Harbor Freight and get some magnets and some rope and a cheap metal detector.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Honestly, kind of want to do it. Not gonna lie. Trying to save money, but also like really want to do that. I think we're only going to be on here for about 15 more minutes. I think we'll make 2 hours the mark, and then we'll get off and see what the world has to offer us. Magnets, metal detectors, treasure. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a good canal not far from the shop that has a lot of pull-off areas that you can fish from and stuff. So that might be a good spot.
That'd be cool. I bet there are treasure hunting excursions near you looking for pirate stuff. Yeah, but the thing is with the excursions, there's so many people. You know what I mean? Doing it. Like I want to go to an area where there's not a lot of people and just do it on our own. Because those areas are probably picked over pretty well.
Maybe we should just go and do that today.
Yeah, we should do it just for fun. We're going to do it. We're going treasure hunting. Woo!
Because I've always wanted to. I've been wanting to magnet fish since I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, you should do it today. Let's do it. Magnet fish. Have you guys ever been magnet fishing before? I think that'd be so cool. I just want to go out and look at stuff on the ground. I just love to go out and look at stuff. I'm easily entertained, to be honest. If we're out in nature, there's always something to look at. I haven't.
We'll give it a try.
I just looked up the magnets on Amazon. See if we can find some treasure. Some treasure. I missed that question, Dolly. I said, have you ever been magnet fishing? It sounds so fun. I want to do it. I'm excited. Because what else are we going to do today? Just hang out. And then tomorrow could be like our chill day. Or we just chill at home all day and do nothing. Or today could be our chill day. It doesn't matter. We have to have a chill day where we have no responsibilities.
With magnet fishing, it's just basically you're like...
Be right back.
You get like a high-strength neodymium magnet tied to a rope, and you just chuck it out in the water, and then you just drag it along the floor of the stream or lake, and then see what you pull up. You know, fishing lures, hooks. Some people pull up guns and knives and
Rings.
Cigarette lighters. Yeah, I mean, well, typically jewelry is not iron, so you don't really pull up jewelry. You know,
You pull up nickels or old coins, like super, super, super old.
They're not made out of anything magnetic.
Okay.
That's the iron based. So yeah, you don't tend to find jewelry per se, but I mean, you know, like a gun can be worth some money, you know, or turn it into police. Let's see if it's connected to a crime.
Yeah, I would think that if I found a gun in the water, I'd be really scared first off, and I'd be like, we should get this over to the police because I don't want to just have this in our house. Yeah. We're not gun people.
D'Artagnan's pointing out you're a boat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's a mystery. No one knows where that came from.
We don't even know. I don't know.
David said, when I was growing up in Brooklyn, me and my friends would put a padlock on a strong string with sticky gun on the bottom to fish for coins in the subway grates. Oh, like gum.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You can do that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I don't know why I have a Canadian accent sometimes. I really don't know, because Luke and I were like talking about it the other night, and I was like, it's not like I didn't have Canadian friends growing up. Like I had friends from Russia and from, you know, Ukraine and different places like that, but I didn't watch like Canadian shows growing up. My dad's not Canadian, my mom's not Canadian, but like I say weird words. I don't know. I say things weird. I never noticed it until people started pointing it out. And then I have a friend, Kristen, and she's from Canada. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she sounds like me. And then that was the first time I was really like, whoa, that's weird. I don't know. But
Car. I don't know what's
car?
I don't know,
What do
like
you mean? How do you?
Car. Like
Car.
a soft R instead of a hard R.
Car? Like
Car.
I say car. Do you say car? Do you say car like that?
Care. I don't know.
Car. Do you say it like that? Hey guys, want to look at my car? I've never. Dad, you sound like some of my relatives from Louisiana. Well, I did spend some time in Louisiana. I lived like basically like on the lines of like Bossier, Shreveport, Louisiana. I lived there for about a year whenever I was younger in school. Boston. Yeah, it's fun to hear people's accents, hear what they say. Sometimes I like to get online and watch the videos of like different words from different parts of the world and like what they sound like, or what they like. I don't know, maybe someone will say sneakers and another person will say like shoes, you know what I mean? Just different things like that, and compare.
Soda versus pop.
Yeah.
You know, or like regional differences in the states and stuff.
Boston, I want to drive my car to the bar.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm from nowhere, northeast British South. Or northeast. I thought he said nowhere, northeast. I couldn't read.
I just say nowhere.
Oh, okay.
I had one guy. So there's a bunch. I think my boss likes to collect people from around the world.
He's a people collector.
Yeah. I'm like the second Okie. Our main metal guy is from Oklahoma as well. But we have a guy from Sweden or Norway. I'm not exactly sure. And then we have a guy from South Africa. We have a guy from Italy. We had a guy from the UK.
You guys have somebody from all over the world.
Yeah, and the Italian guy, he's got a really thick accent. And apparently he was complaining to our secretary that he can't understand anything I say. And she was like, what? Like, he's like, no one can understand anything you say. Like, he's like,
so
Luke
weird.
is just fine. But I think it's because I have a deep voice and I know I'm a mumbler. So, which I heard on NPR yesterday.
Women find men who mumble more attractive. That's a thing. And I was like, oh, that's what you've been doing, Luke. That was your trick. Women associate mumbling with masculinity. Like that's what their brains do. That's what NPR said. I was like, huh, interesting. I love NPR. I'm always learning new things on there. Yesterday we were driving around. We were like selling some of our items because we were, trying to declutter and just minimize. So we went to sell some of our items and we were listening to NPR in the car. And I think we were listening to Wait, Don't Tell Me, one of the shows. And then we listened to Ask Me Anything. And it was so fun because they just they had, what did they have? They had
Martin Short on one of them. Martin Short was a guest on.
Was he the ethicist on the TV show?
No,
that was
different. That was on Ask Me.
That was on Ask Me Anything. Ask Me Another. Ask Me Another. That's what it is. Ask Me Another.
Anyways, but yeah, NPR is fun.
Yeah, NPR is so fun. They had like a person who played an ethicist on TV and then a real life ethicist, and the person would have to answer whether they thought this was like morally okay or not. And yeah, it was fun. I need to make a dating profile in Mumble. Hey, I know. Working for New York State agency, we had a lot of diversity. Yeah, that's good. Oh, baby, I love the way you mumble. What the heck?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, apparently it's a
That's
thing.
what
Like,
they were just saying on
May-
NPR. They were just like, what?
maybe that's like our mumble rap became such a big
Right.
thing. People are like, oh yeah. The girls are like, ooh, I love the way I can't understand what you're saying. It sounds so sexy. Oh, I totally forget to. Have you seen Pootie That Makes Sense? I haven't seen that. I always forget to ask, and you guys maybe have already done it, but if you haven't, can you hit that little thumb button right here? Can you hit that? Because it makes other people see our thing, and maybe they'll want to come hang out with us too.
Yeah.
This one. My team of 6 is 2 from India, 1 from half of Puerto Rico, 1 from Argentina, and on with Italian ancestry, and 1 with Italian ancestry. That's cool. I think that's neat. I mean, like getting to meet people from all different places and learn how they work, and
Yeah. And that is kind of
How they
cool,
sound.
like about where I work, but like the guy from Sweden or Norway, he went back home for a week not too long ago. When he got back, I was like, man, I'm surprised you came back. And he was like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, I don't understand. Well, I mean, I get it. Grass is always greener on the other side. That goes both ways, but
yeah.
I guess, in Europe, in general, the rest of the world, car culture isn't a thing here. So if you want to work on cars full time, it's really hard to do. So you come to the States, like the Norway guy, like he was building Formula One cars, I'm like, why get away from that?
Yeah, seriously.
But, everyone's got their story, and I guess if the opportunity arises, like just same with me, and why not try it out, but.
Yep. What was I gonna say? Oh, I am half mother from Louisiana and father from Puerto Rico. That's cool. I didn't know your mom was from Louisiana. Where at in Louisiana? Yeah, when I tell people that I lived in Louisiana for a year, they're always like, hey, have you tried what do they say? Now I can't even think of what it's called. What is it, gumbo? Or something like that?
I'll text you, D'Artagnan. I'm not great with phones, but yeah, we'll try and be better.
Yeah, send him a text so he has.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he has your new number.
Pretty sure I still got it.
Let's check. Okay, I think you have his number still. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, D'Artagnan. Well, we love you, and it was super cool getting to chat with you. We miss you, man. Yeah, I never had it, David. I'm a veggie, so. Hey, Christine. Thanks for hopping on. He said it's a 918 number.
Yeah, I think I got multiple numbers. This.
He's going to try to send you a text real fast to see if it goes through. How are you doing this morning? Courageous painting, Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been on here for actually almost 2 hours now because everybody said they wanted to do early on Sunday, so we were trying to get everything set up so that we could get on here and chat with you guys. I just got home from our honeymoon in the Key West. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Was it so much fun? What all did you guys do? That's awesome. We're just catching up with some old friends, so Luke's texting to make sure we can stay in contact. My friend just got back from her honeymoon in Key West.
Hey. So you're right down the street.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're close to us. That's cool. So fun. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oops. Phone's going off. It was amazing. We went scuba diving. That's so cool. That's awesome. Luke and I went scuba well, we didn't go scuba diving. I guess we went like scubaing. We just had the little mouthpieces and the goggles, and we were just like right under the water, and we got to see all the fish and stuff when we were on our cruise. This was a couple years ago, but it was really fun. We have a little video of it. I might put it up sometime. But that's so fun. So when you guys went scubaing, did you have the tanks, like scuba diving, the tanks on your back, or did you just have like the goggles and the mouthpiece like we did and kind of went like just under the surface? She said they went scuba diving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was telling her how we went. Oh, we went snorkeling. That's what we did. I was like, we went scubaing, but it was just right under the surface, but it was snorkeling. I couldn't think of the word. I meant snorkeling. Okay, she meant snorkeling too. Okay, because I call it scuba diving too, so don't feel bad. Because I was like, we went scubaing. It's snorkeling. Yeah. So that's so fun. That's awesome. I bet you guys had a blast. So you are, let's see, you're back home now. Oh, that's so fun. Where are you from? Or like just the area. You don't have to tell us exactly because I know, you know. But we're in Florida. We're in South Florida, so you weren't far from where we are. So cool. She's from Tennessee. Oh, okay. That's awesome. We've been to Tennessee before. We actually have been to Nashville before. Yep.
Yeah, I love like driving through Chattanooga. It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
like
so pretty. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. We went up the big, you know, walk. I can't think of the name of the street, but they had all the boot shops and the music
Nashville
shops on Nashville. Yeah, it was really cool. Yep. Yeah, we've been on here for about 2 hours now because everybody said they wanted us to get up early, so we were made sure we got on. But Luke and I were talking, and today we're thinking about going treasure hunting. So we might grab a metal detector, or he was talking about grabbing some magnets and us going magnet fishing. But we just want to go like look for some treasure and get out in nature for a little bit today. So she said, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, but I moved here for a job. I met my husband in Tennessee. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. I don't think I've ever been to Illinois.
We almost did. We drove through Gary, Indiana. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
That was Indiana. We remember we saw Chicago from a distance.
Right,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we might have crossed into Illinois, but we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe on a drive, but you're fine. You're fine. The typos. Yeah, has a really cool page. But this is my husband, Luke. This is maybe the first time you're meeting him, but that's Christine, and she does like paintings and stuff on her channel, and they're really cool. It's actually really relaxing to watch. It's really nice.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yep. Oh goodness.
Oh, speaking of paintings, there's a new documentary on Netflix about Bob Ross.
Okay, I heard about that documentary, but I read an article that said it was like really dark. Yeah. And they were like, you're not going to want to, like, it'll change the way you look at Bob Ross. And I'm like, do I want to watch this documentary? Like, I don't know, you know? I don't know. And then the people were like saying like, it's a hit piece. And they're like, we didn't mean to write it as a hit piece. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch this. Like, I want to watch it because I'm curious, but I just love Bob Ross so much, you know?
Yeah, you know, I mean,
we'll probably still watch it. Curiosity killed the cat, right?
Heroes live long enough to become the villains.
Oh no, not Bob Ross! Don't do this to Bob. You know, when Luke grows his hair out all the way, like on the sides and everything, he has a full afro. I just keep it trimmed up, but he's got like a big, bad boy afro. Telling you. We're gonna have to get dressed in a minute and go out and do something. Yep.
Doesn't look too bad out today. It's not too sunny.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about going to the Keys just while we're down here. Why not? So, you know, I heard this is the best time to go to the Keys because it's summer, so you don't have all the snowbirds. So
Right.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun way to have a honeymoon.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. She says I'll have to check that out. I love Bob Ross too. I have to jump off now. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with us for a minute. And you guys, I hope you had a great honeymoon, and we'll talk to you soon. We're about to jump off here too, guys, because we've been on for, like I said, like 2 hours, and we need to go and start our day. But it was awesome to talk to you guys. Hey, Megan, we're just hopping off. That's my friend Megan. This is my husband, Luke. But yeah, we're about to hop off and get our day started and go treasure hunting. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.